2, 1. Hey skiers and snowboarders, here's Brad Panovich once again in Charlotte, North Carolina. Boy, tracking this huge storm. This is one of the biggest snowstorms we've seen in a while, and unfortunately the mother lode of snow is going to be up in the northeast. It's not going to be down here in the mid-Atlantic or the southeast. So we are going to see a little taste. We've actually had a little taste tonight. The southern branch system is really producing some pretty good snow in the mountains of West Virginia, Virginia, and even North Carolina, about 4 inches at Beach Mountain as of this recording. But the two pieces of energy, we have the northern branch and the southern branch system, they're going to phase together and bomb out at the coast. This is going to be your good old-fashioned nor'easter. You can see the two pieces of energy in and of themselves. They're pretty potent. The one across the Midwest producing some pretty good snow. This one has produced some good snow. It's a little warm, but there's a load of moisture with it, and that's the key. There's a lot of tropical moisture. There's actually a plume of moisture feeding into this system. So as we look at the futurecast, there is going to be a little bit of snow and rain mixed together, but on the tail end of this, especially on the backside, I think this may overperform a little bit up in West Virginia, Maryland, and Virginia, because as that system cranks up on the coast, we will get a little bit of northwest flow. There's just not a lot of moisture with this. The next system arrives Sunday night into Monday. Looks a little wet right now in the form of some rain. Not really sure we're going to see a lot of snow out of that, but the pattern's looking good next week. But let's focus and let's be a little jealous. Look at these totals. I mean, these are ridiculous totals. In fact, I think 24 inches plus is probably optimistic. It may be more like 30, 35, maybe some 40-inch totals. So everywhere in the New England states, all the way down, maybe as far south as central New Jersey, is really going to get hammered with blizzard-like conditions. That's where we have the blizzard warnings. We are still going to see some snow, just not a lot. For us to get the big-time snows, that nor'easter wouldn't have to be up there. It'd be more like off the Virginia coast. That would be perfect. You can see snows maybe 1 to 3 inches in North Carolina. Up at Snowshoe, once again, they've been having a great season, maybe 6 or 7 inches up there. So we'll add to some totals, and with the temperatures at night in the 20s, we'll start adding some more snow. The snow guns can run. We're really setting the stage next week. Looks like a very active pattern. I think we could see some snow just in time for President's Day weekend. We'll have to stay tuned for that. Big trough digs in across the eastern half of the country. But we're out this weekend. If you're doing some skiing, should be pretty good conditions. It's going to be kind of mild, actually, so not super cold. I think 2 to 4 inches, certainly a good bet up in West Virginia, Western Maryland, and parts of Virginia. As you come down to the Carolinas, a little warmer. We're going to see a little rain mixing with snow at times, but we'll see some snow move back in Friday night. The afternoon highs could be mild, right around 40 degrees, and the morning lows back into the 20s. So another great weekend. Unfortunately, we're missing out on the biggest storm we've seen in probably maybe 10 or 15 years. It could be the biggest storm ever in the Northeast. We just don't have that great track. We don't have it in the right spot. If we had some cold air in a trough across the eastern half of the country, we'd definitely see a lot more snows. But there's still time, folks. The pattern looks active for the rest of the month into March. I don't want people to think we're done with winter just yet. I was getting a little pessimistic there, but now that I look at some of the long-range trends, there's still a chance. We've got about a 3 or 4 week window here where we could get a couple more storms and really could extend ski season well into March, maybe even early April. Hope you have a great weekend. If you're heading to the slopes, take it easy. And if you have travel plans in the Northeast, just forget about it. It's going to be a mess up there. We can sit there and kind of sit back and enjoy everyone up there being hammered by the snow and wish we had it down here. As always, think snow and enjoy the slopes.